when we're investing, our money is making money for us. And we don't have to be there.
Man, I'm living aspiration, cutting off heads, I'm straight with decapitation.
So what I wanted to do today was stress the importance of investing. And finance is a big thing to me. If you got the chance to watch my video on how my journey of self-growth started, you would see that in it, wealth has always been a big topic on my mind. It's something that I've always wanted to achieve, was wealth. And the people that I look up to, having a father who was an entrepreneur, looking up to artists such as Jay-Z, looking up to Warren Buffett and people that were also big time in investors and who put their money to work. And it was something that I've always wanted to accomplish, being able to leave a legacy behind, being able to set up my kids, to set up my family, and to have that going on for generations to come, and just being able to be free. With wealth, the difference is that you have time, right? Your money doesn't run out. As we said, it goes on for generations. You have a whole estate, and that's something that I'm intrigued in. It's something that I'm always looking up and reading about. It's what led me to even get my financial licenses and just continuously keep and take CFP courses so I can get the CFP, so I can keep learning more about how do you build wealth, how do you obtain it, how do you protect it, and then ultimately how do you transfer wealth. So that's a big topic on my mind. What I wanted to stress is the importance of investing, because especially within the African American community and people of color in general, but especially us blacks, we aren't taught the value of investing, right? And it's so esoteric, it's so out there, we don't understand it, and it's very simple, but they make it seem like it's so much bigger so that we feel inadequate, so we don't get into it. It's too much for us, so we stay shy away from it, when in reality it is very simple, and it's something that white people do from when they're younger. I'll never forget this. When I was in one of my finance classes when I was at college, and he had asked a question, and remind you, there's only about 3 to 5 of us blacks in the classroom, right? So he asks us the question, how many of us own stocks or are investing, right? I kid you not, almost every white kid's hand went up in the classroom, almost everybody. And then I look around, I didn't have my hand raised because at the time I wasn't investing. And I looked around and it was only people of color really that had their hands down. And I was like, oh wow, I'm behind. People talking about that their dad had them investing when they were kids, their parents taught them it when they was younger. And I'm like, this is what our community is missing. They've been doing this since they was younger. So, we're constantly in this race to catch up. And what I want to do is, with all the knowledge that I can accumulate on investing and help myself, I want to make sure that I'm teaching it to others. I want to make sure that everybody can be equipped with the tools to investing, because it's something you need to do, and then the earlier you start, the better. Compound interest. It's when your money makes interest, and then your interest is making money. Like it's on and it's ongoing. The returns are exponential. So it's important that we do that, and it's important that we start earlier. And if you ever had the chance to start earlier, start as soon as you can. You gotta catch up. So why is it important? Right? Saving isn't enough. And if you aren't saving, then that's something you should start doing. We all make our money. And a portion of it that, honestly, I save a lot more than I spend. I make sure, I look at it as, if I'm making the money for myself, then I should be paying myself first before I pay anybody else. Again, this is our money, it's money we earned. We should be paying ourselves first before we should be paying someone else. So I save nearly about 50 to 60% of my money, and most of that is going to investments. Honestly, because why? Once again, let's talk about why it's important to invest. Saving isn't enough. Inflation. It's this thing called inflation. Is when the price of goods and services goes up. over time. And it's always happening. You'll see that over time, inflation is always happening. I believe last year the inflation rate was 2%. So that means prices of things that we buy on a daily basis have went up by 2% over the year. And the money we are making, if it's not being invested, is depreciating in value, because if the things that we buy are getting more expensive and our value is staying the same, then we're losing out. We're losing value on our money. We're technically losing here. So you need to be making money, and your money should be bringing in a return that's above the inflation rate. So you have to invest your money. Your money has to grow. It has to grow. It can't stay. You can't hoard it and never put it to work. It has to grow, whether that's you're investing in the stock market, whether you're investing in real estate, whether you're investing in businesses. The money has to be invested so that it can produce a return that's greater than what you have currently. That's the thing. It has to happen. And the earlier, like I said, you start, the more compound interest can take place. So back to it, why I recommend investing in the stock market. You need to make more money. It's simple. So what a lot of us may be doing is that we're saving the money, but we're not investing it. And if we're saving it into these savings account that banks are offering, look at the return on them. It's nowhere near the inflation rate. It's not making you any money. So it's not good to have your money into these savings accounts. You need to put it in something that's bringing you more return, that's giving you more interest. That's the top priority. And it's the top way we start building wealth. And for those that it may seem like, I'm gonna have plenty of videos where I want to break down everything in depth and make it simple. But I don't want to do that all in one video. So we're going to take our time and we're going to do it step by step. But for this video, it's just the intro to why we need to be investing, right? We can't get wealthy unless our money is making us more money. Even if you're rich, if you're bringing in, if the income that you make, your salary is 6 figures or so, it's no good if you're spending all the money or if you're saving it, but you're not bringing in returns, you're not investing it. When we're investing, our money is making money for us. And we don't have to be there. If you have, for example, if you have real estate, if you invested in real estate, if you're in an area where it's appreciating, right? The value of the home that you purchase or whatever property that you purchase is appreciating in value. And then on top of that, if you have residents in there, if you're leasing it out, you're getting paid rent monthly. So you have capital appreciation, the value of the property is increasing, and now you're also making rent off of the tenants that are there. Your money is making money for you. Same thing with stocks, right? If you buy a stock of a company, you are now an owner of the company. So not only if you are investing in a business that is growing over time, so now you have that capital appreciation as well. If it's a company that's giving out dividends, let's call them paychecks, they're just giving out profit to their investors, then you're also getting the dividends too. And that can come depending on what you invest in, whether if it's a stock, if it's a bond, right? That's going to be coming to you monthly or quarterly or semi-annually. So you're getting the capital appreciation plus you're getting the income that's coming to you. And if you're investing in a business, same thing. Your business, if you're starting it fresh, your business starts with no value at first. And then over time, your business grows. And if you're somebody who wants to sell the business, you went from the initial investment money that you put into it to what you allowed it to grow into to the point of when you're selling it. Or if you're going to keep your business and it's something you're having for long term, all that money that it may be bringing in, right? That initial investment you had has now grown to all of this. And if it's whatever business that it may be, you can also get profits from it. That can be daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, however you want to do it. But the key is that your money has to be making you more money. That's the only way you will ever achieve wealth, is if your money is making you more money. We don't have enough time in the day to work all day, right? We have so much more things to do. I can't just work all day. And nobody wants to work all day. We have other priorities in our life. We have family. We have hobbies. We have so much more to do. But our money can just generate money for us while we're doing all those things. That's the beauty of it. That's what I fell in love with, is the fact that my money can make money for me, that I don't have to worry about making money anymore. Now I can spend all my days doing what I want to do. And that's beautiful to me. That's beautiful. I can have all the time to do things that I love to do. And that comes with building wealth. And wealth building comes from investing. It comes from investing. It's the key to it all. And it's what my people need to do more of. Most of us in general need to invest more, but especially my people. We need to know how to invest. We need to learn how it works. And there's so many different things that you can invest your money in. And then there's so many benefits that they give us for investing. You get less taxes. You get less taxes when you have investments. They're called capital gains tax. And it's when you hold them for a year. Right? When I talk about the stock market, I'm not talking about trading. I don't trade. That may be up to somebody else. But when I say investing, I'm talking about value investing, long-term investing. Right? The type of investments where you can buy, whether you're buying it individually, you buy a great company, or you buy a fund that's is gonna appreciate over time. I'm not looking to sell it right away and try to speculate. Right? This is called speculation. When you're just betting on prices going up and down. We forget that we're investing in a real business. That's the thing. That's what a stock is. A stock is the ownership interest of a business. You become a business owner when you are investing in stocks. And I don't think that gets across to a lot of people, right? If I had told you that I wanted you to invest in this business idea that I was coming up with, you would ask a bunch of questions. I would hope so. You would say, hey, what are you selling? What gives you a competitive advantage? What makes your product different from everybody else? Are you equipped with the skills to bring out the best of this business? Right? You would ask how's the location? You would ask all of these detailed questions to know what you're investing in. And that's the same when we should be doing when we're investing into the stock market. We are investing in businesses that have tangible value, that have products and services, that have CEOs, they have a whole management team. This is a real life thing. They aren't just prices that pop up on a board and are going up and down, and all you are is just gambling to see if it's going to go from 50 to 65 or 70, or from 75 is it going to drop. That's not how it works. We're investing in tangible businesses, and we forget that you become a business owner when you're investing. In the more stock you own or shares that you own of a company, the higher your ownership percentages, the higher the amount of dividends you get, and the higher your capital appreciation gets. The more you put in, the more you can get out. Does it go up and down usually? Yes, because in the short term, people are just trading. The thing is that a business has a real value, and you want to know the real value of the business. You don't want to just buy something and not know what is the real worth of what I'm buying, because that's how you get scammed. If you know the real value of this business is $50, let's say, and it's selling for $75, why would I be buying it at $75 when I know it's really worth $50? If anything, it's like a discount. I'm trying to get the discount on it. I'm trying to wait till if it's worth $50, I want to get it at $30. $25. I want to get it below its real value because then I'm getting it at a discount. You see what I'm saying? it's easy to understand once you break it down. And a lot of times we just think it's a price. It's not just a price there. You have to know, you have to have a benchmark. And there's so many ways you can find how much a company's worth if you're doing it individually. But if you're the average person, I recommend you just buy ETFs. It's what we call electronically traded funds. And I'll get more in depth about that on the next video. But right now, what I'm focusing on is investing. You need to invest your money to generate wealth. So with that, I'm just going to wrap it up there. I'll get more into depth. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to explain further in depth right now. Other topics that I may have mentioned, I'm going to go further into detail on next videos. But please just let me know, and let me know what you want me to explain. And I'll try to make it as simple as possible for you as I can. So until the next time, I'm out.
Pray when it's time to ride, I never crash like Susie. Lyrics make you woozy, inspired by Juicy. The way to branch out is to kill all of these loosely.